This is the second time I'm recording this because I said the word Musk and my Alexa, my Echo I should say, started telling me about face masks and very loudly and ruined the recording. So let's try again. I talked for ages about White Musk from the Body Shop. Do I want to go over it again? Yeah. So I have a childhood filled with people wearing Body Shop White Musk. I never liked it. I never wore it. So I think sometimes women of my generation particularly are put off by the name White Musk. I think a lot of people are put off by the term Musk, which I was for a while as well. But I have grown to realise that musks are just really nice skin scents most of the time. Really nice, clean skin scents. White musk is the cleanest, just from what I've come across. And then you get a kind of, I think it's called yellow musk, if the lovely Ruth Ann McKinnon is to be trusted on that, because she's the lady that I trust when it comes to musk on YouTube. White musk is cleaner. It's a little bit soapy, and it's, I think they call it like a white, like this kind of thing, a white t-shirt fragrance. I've heard lots of people say that. And I think that's because it just smells clean, fresh, slightly like fresh laundry. To me, also incredibly sweet. So I'm just going to give this a quick spray. Instant sweetness. It's definitely sugary. There's no getting away from it. If you are someone who likes very sweet perfumes, you're not going to think this is massively sweet. But if, like me, you're someone who quite likes a more subtle sweetness or a fruity sweetness and not a vanilla-y syrupy sweetness, then you'll think this is sugary. Icing sugary. So firstly, this spray, I think it's Eau de Toilette. Is it Eau de Toilette? Oh dear, the lighting's getting terrible. Eau de Toilette. So they've really made it difficult to see. There we go. Eau de Toilette, and this is the 50ml female symbol on there because this is the white musk for women. And this is the little baby oil, the little white musk oil, which you cannot buy on its own anymore, which is a real shame. So the way I got this was I bought a set that had this, and it had the original Alyssa Ashley musk in as well. I don't like that musk, so that's going to someone else. I will talk about that when I talk about Jovan musk though, because they're slightly similar. But for me, I like the Alyssa Ashley white musk. I also have here Jovan white musk. This one I don't like as much, but this is the one that everyone talks about on YouTube. So I'm just gonna put that there. You can see. There we go. Let's put it right up against there so you can see it a bit. So let's stick with this one for now. This little baby. If you can get the oil, get the oil. It's so sweet. It's so beautiful. It lasts really nicely. It's so subtle. That's the thing. That's why it's a great skin scent. Oh, okay. I'm going to read out the notes in the Alyssa Ashley one. So that's this little guy here, all right, and this one. So top notes, bergamot, tarragon. Middle notes, lilac, jasmine, ylang ylang, rose. Base notes, musk and patchouli. I really don't normally like patchouli. I didn't think I was going to like this one. I thought I'd like the Jovan one. But when it arrived, this is the one that stole my little heart. So, it's just sweet. It's clean. It smells like the best fresh laundry. It smells like the best fresh laundry on sweet, sweet skin. But it's quite cold. And what I feel is that white musks are a bit cold and yellow musks are warm. So I think that yellow musks are really good in wintry times. So I think those kind of perfumes are good for winter and autumn. And then I think that these white musks are probably better in summer because I think the heat around you will really embrace a white musk, whereas possibly some of the darker musks will become really powerful and maybe too pungent. But I mean, this is just, it's lovely. It is flowery, but not massively. It's a bit herbal because of the tarragon, which is really, really, really nice. It's hard to describe, honestly. It's really quite difficult to actually describe this one. And I think that this is really safe to just wear as a sort of out the shower, or again, working somewhere where you cannot wear perfume. I don't think people will be like, oh my gosh, she's got so much perfume on, or like they won't feel sick if they're near you, if you're working with vulnerable people or people who are really sensitive to perfume. This one I think is safe. I really do. But it's really sweet, really sweet. I think that a lot of the musks, Jovan and Alyssa Ashley, are really, really sweet, to me anyway. So because you've got a tiny bit of bergamot going on there, it is ever so slightly sherbety sweet, but it's mainly just sugary sweet to me. The jasmine isn't insanely strong because I can't wear jasmine perfumes. Jasmine perfumes give me a headache. I love the smell of jasmine. On other people it's brilliant, but on me, headache. Normally that's the same with patchouli, but I think patchouli here just makes it stand out a little bit. I think maybe the ylang ylang and the lilac are the things that you can smell most here in terms of the florals. It's creamy and comforting and sweet, and it's really nice. And I like this one. This is the one that I wear. So this is the one that everyone talks about. So Jovan, White Musk for Women. This is the eau de toilette spray, but I think you can get this in a cologne. I think there's a few different bottles with this. This is the one you'll see on Fragrantica, but I think most of the ones I've seen on YouTube are a bottle that has a thinner top. Don't know, so I'm just going to spray this one and explain. Okay, so firstly, that's way more alcoholic when you spray it, but it goes quite quickly, very quickly actually. Let me just get the notes up, doing the old phone and tablet situation. So Jovan White Musk. So one of the first things that I noticed when I smelt these two, the Jovan is way more animalic to me. There's something more funky about it. There's something more dirty about it. I find there's a barnyardy smell. It's not strong, but it's there, and it's not there in the Alyssa Ashley one. It's also sweet, but it's a different sort of sweetness. It's hard to explain, but I think it's down to the florals. So if you look on Fragrantica, firstly, in the main accords, it has animalic in there for the Jovan, and it doesn't have it in there for Alyssa Ashley. So obviously I'm not the only person who's noticed that. I'm just waiting for my Wi-Fi to allow me to get the notes. So the fragrance notes for the Jovan, so for this guy, the fragrance notes for this one, let's move this out of the way, are musk, right at the top, honeysuckle, ylang ylang, jasmine, amber and woody notes. And it's, to me, more floral. And I think that's probably coming from the honeysuckle. And I can probably smell the jasmine a little bit more. It's still warm. It's still musky. The woody notes actually makes this maybe crisper. They're kind of equal on the which is warm kind of notes. You know, they're both quite cool because I think they're both white musk, right? But yeah, I'm not into this one in comparison to the Alyssa Ashley. I don't like this one as much. I think it's more floral. I think it smells more like a detergent, which is why a lot of people like it, because it is really good if you just want to smell clean. So I wanted to include it in this because I think there's a very good reason why loads of people love this and why so many people talk about it on YouTube and other places. I think it's really popular and people like to layer it with things, and it's definitely that white t-shirt kind of smell. So both of these you can easily wear in places where you're not supposed to wear perfume, or around people who don't like perfume, or even if you're like, you know, in a shared office with loads of people and you don't want to be that, I nearly swore, I'm going to try and be good, you don't want to be that fool who turns up and makes everyone else like have to smell their perfume, because that's all you can smell. Once someone's got a really strong perfume on in a shared space, it just becomes a bit of a nightmare. But yeah, I think both of these are safe. You could probably blind buy either of these, and I think you'd be alright, honestly. I think you'd be okay. If you can get the oil, oh my goodness, get the oil. They don't seem to have a Jovan white musk oil, but I absolutely love this little oil. It's so sugary, so sweet. It's really, really nice. But this is my choice. This is my personal choice. If you want something more flowery, a bit more obviously musky, I think, then go for this one. If you want something sweeter, maybe slightly more subtle, and not quite as like harsh and flowery, if you want something softer, this is the one. So there you go. That's my white musks. And I won't be doing the Body Shop one because I don't like it, and I never did.